He was just a pilot, quietly tending an airfield in a Swiss mountain village, unnoticed by all, until Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson took flight with his secret mission. Who was this man? And why did he soar for justice? Stay tuned. This tale will keep you on edge. It's Sunday, July 20th, 2025, 5:51 p.m., plus 300. The Swiss Alps cast long shadows over a remote mountain village, the air crisp with the scent of pine. Inside a modest airfield, Hans Weber, 58, works alone, inspecting a small plane in a worn jacket. His weathered face bears deep lines, his hands hardened from years in the cockpit. Villagers know him as the quiet man who keeps the airfield running, but no one asks about his past. He's just Hans. Hans pauses, adjusting a tire, a radio playing news of rising militia activity in the Alps, weapon smuggling, threats. He frowns, returning to his task, the weight of a buried guilt hidden beneath his calm exterior. In a locked locker in the hangar, old gear lies concealed. Flight maps, a flare gun, a combat knife unknown to all. The next morning, a helicopter lands near the village, stirring snowflakes. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson steps out, part of a global documentary tour to document retired warrior stories, commandos, assassins, agents. Dressed in jeans, a black shirt, and boots, he draws curious glances from locals. Hans, changing a plane tire, nods politely. "Welcome," he says, voice steady. Dwayne approaches, the mountain air invigorating him, and watches Hans's precise maintenance with interest. He notices the man's quick hands and the scars on his neck. This guy's got a past, he thinks. Hans offers Dwayne a carved wooden propeller pendant, rustic, handmade. Dwayne thanks him, intrigued by the depth in Hans's eyes, a hint of a hidden life. Afternoon turns chaotic as a rogue militia storms the airfield, armed gunmen seizing planes and taking villagers hostage to smuggle weapons. Shouts and gunfire echo through the valley, police sirens faint in the distance. Hans, tuning an engine, hears the commotion. A militiaman charges, aiming a rifle, barking orders. Hans reacts swiftly. Grabbing a wrench, he strikes the thug's arm, the rifle dropping. As more militia close in, he unlocks the hangar locker, revealing flight maps, a flare gun, and a combat knife. He climbs into a plane, engine roaring, and engages in a dogfight. The Rock joins him, their plane weaving through peaks. Hans fires a flare, disabling a militia craft, then lands to free hostages, breathless. Dwayne, watching, mutters, "This man's a hero," adrenaline pumping. With police arresting the militia, Dwayne visits Hans's hangar. Hans cleans his knife, sweat on his brow. Dwayne leans in, grinning. "Hans," he says, "that wasn't just pilot skill. What's with that gear?" Hans hesitates, eyes on the mountains. "Old days," he murmurs. But Dwayne persists. "Come on, those scars, that fight. There's a story. Out with it." Hans sighs, the weight of memory surfacing. "I was a covert operative pilot," he admits, voice rough. "Crashed a mission, lost my crew. My fault. Retired here. Tried to bury it." Dwayne listens, seeing the regret and resolve in Hans's gaze, a plan forming to help him. Hans's confession lingers with Dwayne. A few days later, he returns with coffee. "Hans," he says, "you fought for justice that day. Why hide it?" Hans pauses, adjusting a wing flap. "Because every flight recalls that crash," he says, voice breaking. "I abandoned them. Guilt's my load." Dwayne nods, empathetic. "Maybe you can protect this village now. They need you." Hans looks uncertain, but Dwayne's faith sparks hope. That night, Hans opens the locker again, finding a faded crew photo, tears welling as guilt resurfaces. A week later, on July 27, 2025, a Sky Resilience Day is announced. Dwayne and Hans transform the airfield into a community hub. Planes are displayed, villagers gather, kids explore, elders share stories. Dwayne calls Hans to a stage recounting his tale: the pilot passed, the crew's loss, the airfield fight. This man, Dwayne declares, turned regret into resolve for us. The crowd applauds, some thanking Hans. He steps up, struggling to speak. Justice is for all. I do this for them. Dwayne collaborates with local authorities to crush the militia's network and launches a safety fund, uniting the village around Hans. The airfield becomes a symbol of strength. By August 24, 2025, the village thrives with renewed spirit. Sky Resilience Day's impact lingers, with locals enhancing security. Hans continues at the airfield, his scars a quiet reminder, but his demeanor lighter. Dwayne visits to say goodbye, gifting him a metal propeller engraved with Guardian. "This is yours," he says, eyes warm. Hans takes it, hands steady, whispering, "Thank you." The narrative ends with the village's unity growing, Hans's redemption shaping a safer future. Dwayne's voiceover closes. True courage rises from loss, lifting hope to new heights. Hans Weber proves that. Have you ever met a hidden hero like Hans? Someone who turned pain into purpose? Share their story in the comments and tell us where you're watching from. If this tale inspired you, hit that subscribe button, like, and share to keep these stories alive. Join us next time for another epic journey with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.